Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to our advisor Honorable Mrs. Rahmi Ramadianti Zain, SPDMA, and to everyone watching this video. My name is Sylvia Ayuni with student ID number 2510512056. Today, I am presenting virtually through this video submission to deliver our team's economics field research title, Analysis of Price Elasticity of Demand, a case study on lontong pical at Warung Nita. This study systematically evaluates consumer behavior and demand sensitivity during the post-Lebaran inflationary window in February 226. While I am speaking on behalf of our team today, this research was fully conducted alongside my colleague Hijratul Putri, Chika Isandra, and Rike Aprita. Let us begin with the background of this study. Culinary SMEs play a crucial role as an economic safety net for local communities. Yet, they remain highly vulnerable to sudden macroeconomic shifts. A recurring annual challenge they face is seasonal inflation right after the Lebaran holiday. This surge in raw material prices frequently forces micro vendors to adjust their product pricing just to stay afloat. Therefore, this research utilizes the microeconomics framework of price elasticity of demand to map out consumer sensitivity and behavioral adaptation to recent price correction. Our primary problem statement is how do small, traditional food business strike a balance between profitable pricing and customer relations when their input costs spike sharply. Next, moving on the scope of our research, this study centers strictly on a local morning breakfast ecosystem in Padang, specifically Warunita, a micro-scale enterprise located in Lubuk Kilangan, West Sumatra. The product of our focus is their signature dish, lontong pical, which yields their highest daily contribution margin. The core objective of this study are threefold. First, to compute the precise coefficient of price elasticity for lontong pical. Second, to uncover the specific production cost components driving this price adjustment. And third, to evaluate customer loyalty variables when alternative local food substitution are readily available nearby. For our framework, this study adopts a quantitative descriptive approach built upon an empirical single case study design. The field research was conducted at Warung Nita in Rimbo Datar, Padang. Primary data was gathered through semi-structured face-to-face interviews with the owner and verified using direct point-of-sale visual counts to analyze the data. We utilized the classic economic point price elasticity formula. ED sama dengan delta Q dibagi delta P dikali P dibagi Q, where Delta K represents the change in quantity demand, and delta P denotes the change in the product's unit price. Now, let us look at the empirical operational data record during February 2026. This matrix clearly shows the shifts between the pre-Lebaran and post-Lebaran periods. First, the price per portion increased from 80 rupiah to 10 rupiah, marking a net price hike of 25%. Consequently, the daily sales volume dropped from an average of 15 portions to 10 portions per day, resulting in a minus 33.3% decrease. Due to this contraction in sales volume, the daily total revenue fell from Rp120.000 to Rp100.000, which is a net decrease of minus 16.7%. By processing this empirical percentage through our elasticity framework, we get the following result. ED sama dengan minus 33,3% ditambah 25% sama dengan minus 1,33. The economic interpretation of this value is theoretical because the absolute value AD sama dengan 1,33 is greater than 1. The demand for lontong pical at Warunita is officially classified as elastic. The revenue impact is straightforward. In an elastic demand ecosystem, any upward price movement triggers a disproportionately higher drop in sales volume, which ultimately leads to a decrease in total revenue for the business. Even though the owner risks a drop in revenue, looking at the supply side, this price correction was completely unavoidable. Financial records show that cost-push inflation was driven by severe price spikes in primary agriculture inputs, specifically peanuts, fresh chilies, and seasonal green vegetables. However, a highly notable finding is that the owner firmly rejected shrinkflation. Instead of reducing portion size of or downgrading to cheaper ingredient grades, she chose full transparency. This strategic choice was made to protect to long-term test equity and maintain high customer satisfaction. Next, let's look at consumer behavior. Why is the elasticity level relatively high at 1,33? This occurs primarily due to the substitution effect. As a price consequence breakfast, buyers can casually find neighboring food stalls offering similar traditional options. However, we also uncovered two fascinating market anomalies. First, taste equity protection. Despite the drop in sales volume, a core segment of regular customers remained completely loyal because they prefer Warung Nita's unique peanut sauce blend, placing quality far above minor price change. Second, the 8 a.m. time anomaly demand temporarily becomes highly inelastic right around the peak breakfast rush hour at 8 a.m. During this tight window, convenience, speed, and immediate access to breakfast matter significantly more to consumer than the price gap. Next, based on our empirical findings, we propose two practical actionable recommendations to help the business recover its revenue. Number one is a value-based pricing via price bundling. The owner can introduce an attractive breakfast bundle, pairing lontong pical with hot tea or sweet tea at a bundle rate which reaches the perceived psychological price barrier for non-regular consumers. Number two is service efficiency during peak hours. The warung should maximize its food preparation and service delivery speeds especially during at the 8 a.m. peak window. Minimizing wait times prevents losing hurried customers to competitors and capitalize on high velocity sales. To conclude, our elasticity coefficient of 1,33 confirms that consumers are highly sensitive when local substitutes are available alongside a 25% price hike. However, non-price variables such as a compromised taste quality, strong merchant-consumer relationships, and peak morning demand windows serve as vital buffers that protect micro-business from severe financial losses. Moving forward, the owner remains highly optimistic that sales velocity will gradually recover as local market expectations fully align with the new post-inflation baseline. That concludes our presentation on the price elasticity of demand at Warung Nita. Thank you very much, Mrs. Rahmi, and thank you to all my peers for your time and attention. We are now very happy to open the floor to any question, feedback, or comments you may have. See you!